Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Intelligent Training Holistic Health. We are your hosts, James and Francesca, and very fittingly, today we are going to be discussing goal setting.
As it is going out on the 1st of January 2023,
yes,
this is usually when motivation is at its all-time high.
Yes, it is.
So what we want to do in this episode today is try and help you to make sure that you achieve your goals this year and it doesn't become just another year of high motivation, goal setting, good intentions at the beginning of the year, and by March all of those things have gone out the window.
Yep, and gym memberships have been cancelled and we have our gyms back again.
Yes, or gym memberships haven't been cancelled, you're still paying for it but you're not going.
There you go, or there's that one.
Which is what most gyms bank on.
Yeah, very true. So don't be another statistic, people.
Let's try.
We are going to try and help you out. We're going to try and help you set your goals and set you up for success.
So first of all, I think it's good to point out, why is a goal important? Why is it important to have a goal in the first place?
Yep, it's very important to have a goal. So without a goal, you are the captain of a rudderless ship, and nobody wants to be aimlessly cruising around the ocean with nothing to do.
Yeah, no
So
purpose.
we need to set goals in order, well, to have something to achieve.
Yeah.
And throughout, so this is all obviously going to be related to fit, health and fitness, and there are always going to be seasons within your health and fitness journey, which we've discussed previously. But if you have a goal, then you know throughout that season, you have a target to aim for. Okay, so then it's going to make going to the gym easier. And it's going to make you show up because you have a specific goal to reach. If you don't have a goal, then this is where people just aimlessly go into the gym, try a few machines, piddle around, and nothing really happens. And then they wonder why they don't get results.
Yeah.
But if you have a goal, then you have a target. And then obviously through this planning session today, we'll teach you how to reverse engineer your goal so that then you can achieve it.
And that's also why people wonder when they don't have a direction, they don't have habits in place to stack on top of each other in order to create, get you to that goal.
Yep.
That's why people wonder why their motivation isn't there anymore.
Yep.
And motivation is finite anyway.
Yep.
I think we've talked about this before, but also your motivation goes down even more when you have nothing in place to measure the outcome of the little habits that you're doing in order to get to your goal. So if you just have a goal, I mean, this is really corny, but I can't remember who says it. But if you have a goal with no action plan, no systems, no habits, nothing to help you achieve that goal, and it's merely just the goal that you're trying to get to with, like you said, a rudderless ship, you're essentially just dreaming about something.
Yeah.
And it is just a dream.
Yeah.
So we have to put things in place. We have to put actions in place, a little plan together in order to get to that goal. And it does keep your motivation higher then, because you're measuring the smaller things daily, weekly, whatever it is, in order to get to that bigger goal in the end.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. So that is the benefits of having a goal. Sure. So one of the biggest things when deciding what your goal is going to be is deciding the why behind your goal.
Yeah.
So this is a big one. This is Simon Sinek made this very popular, but having a why behind your goal that's deeper than just I want to get in shape is then going to be the fuel to motivate you to get to the gym each day or however many times a week that you need to get to the gym.
Even the why of I want to get in shape, like you say, I think we've spoken about this on another podcast, and I know you've written blogs on it. When you say why, then you have to ask yourself again, well, why? So if I want to get in shape and you say, if I wanted to have a goal and my goal is to get into shape, and then you say why, and it's because I want to fit into this certain dress or piece of clothing, and you still then, that's still not enough. You have to go for the why again. You have to keep going deeper. Otherwise, nothing's going to be profound enough for you to stick to it, because it will be like, oh, well, I didn't do it. Well, whatever.
I actually have a free PDF on my website that will explain some of this, which is actually quite helpful.
Let's pop that in the description box below if we can.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
we'll
about that.
So this helps you find your why, basically.
Part of it will help you find your why, and that's the biggest thing. And especially with goal setting, people need to spend a bit more time on setting your goals rather than just picking something out of the air.
Yeah.
Really think about why you want to achieve this. So, for example, over the past few days, we've been planning our business for the next year, haven't we?
For 2023.
So for 2023, we've been sit down. It's been taking days and days to plan what we're going to do, what we want to do, and what we want to achieve with our business. So this has to be the same with your health and fitness also. So take some time and really think about what do you actually want to achieve instead of just plucking some number out of the sky. Really think about it. What do you want to achieve? And then really think, why do you want to achieve this?
Because when you understand your core why, when you really understand it, then when you get into the process of working your way towards said goal.
Yeah, that's your North Star.
That is, but also it means that all of the, let's keep it PG, rubbish that life throws at you along the way.
Yeah.
You are better equipped to dodge and move and change paths to keep moving towards that goal. What happens if you don't have that solid why in place?
Yeah.
All of these little things that happen in life that set you back and move you in another direction, they become reasons you give up on your goal.
Yeah.
Instead of reasons you just dodge and weave and pivot in order to keep plowing through.
Yeah, that's so true. And I think this is the example on my PDF. But for example, a why of why you want to lose, for example, 10 kilograms. If you really broke that down, instead of just that superficial why, if you really broke it down to kind of its core level. So I'll go through all different examples in the PDF. And for example, the core level of this particular analogy was, I want to be able to spend time with my kids as they grow older. So that there, instead of just wanting to lose 10 kilograms just for the sake of, if you're losing 10 kilograms so you're healthier, so then you can play with your kids and watch them grow up, because then you're going to be healthy, you're going to be around for that. That is such a stronger why than I just want to lose 10 kilograms. It's that
emotional pull.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So if you can get some emotion, if you can get emotion and logic together, then you're going to crush it.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I feel like with any goal, again, life gets in the way. You really want to, when you write it down, you really want to put it somewhere, or you want to go over it constantly. You want to read it constantly. You want to see it constantly. And you have to keep reminding yourself, because we all forget. And we all get on. It's like when something significant happens in someone's life, say there's quite a big tragedy, we all stop for a moment and go, oh my gosh, how short life is, how precious it is. And in that moment you think, oh my God, I've really got to do some things. And then the days go on and you get back to normality and you can quickly forget. And then you go on living and forgetting how important things are. And you start, you start arguing, or you start thinking about really silly little things that really in the grand scheme of things make no difference. And you put a lot of worry and attention on that. Whereas days before, you would have thought, okay, hold on a minute, life's really precious. Let's not sweat the small stuff. Let's carry on. And I think that's why you have to do that with goals. You have to be in a constant reminder. Yeah,
that's very good. So this is why, especially this is a very entrepreneurial thing, but people with business, they have vision boards. So if you have a vision board, then you're always looking at it. You're going to vision what you want to achieve.
And as long as you're taking action towards those visions on your board, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and if you don't quit, you can't lose. But there's two. But so when breaking down your goal, there's two different types of goals. So there's an outcome goal, and then there are behavior goals. So we need to utilize both of these goals. So for example, if you want to lose 10 kilograms, then that is an outcome goal, but you can't commit to the outcome, because the outcome, life gets in the way and life will throw curveballs at you. So you can't commit to just losing 10 kilograms. So you have to break it down again, and then you have to commit to the behaviors that are going to get you to lose 10 kilograms.
Yeah. And that's where people miss it all the time, because they're obsessed with the outcome. Constantly. We all are.
Yeah, that's it. So there's a cool quote that says the winner. The actions of the winner are to commit to the behaviors. The actions of the loser are to commit to the goal.
Right.
So one's going to commit to the goal, which is losing 10 kilograms. One's going to commit to the small behaviors that will get them there. That one is always going to win.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to break it down. So, for example, this is just because obviously health and fitness, especially around this time, fat loss is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
When you are determining your weight loss goal, you need to work out how much weight you want to lose, and then can this be done in a certain amount of time, or how long a time this is going to take. So, for example, if you wanted to lose 10 kilograms, just for ease of calculations, we'll say this is a 100-kilogram person. So to lose fat at a good rate while maintaining a decent amount of muscle mass, which is really what we want to have a decent amount of muscle mass when we are cutting weight, because then this will make you look a lot better, feel a lot better. It's just muscle mass is very precious, so try and keep it around at all costs. So a good calculation is you want to lose around 0.5 to 1% of your body weight per week. Thank you, Forrest. So that's the good calculation. So 0.5 to 1% of your body weight per week. So for example, if our person wanted to, a 100 kilo person wanted to lose 10 kilograms, then it would take them between 10 to 20 weeks if you're losing at a rate of that calculation. So then you need to put this into your goal. So then it's going to take me 10 or 20 weeks to hit my goal.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So then you're going to need a timeline on this as well. So your goal needs a timeline, because if you have a goal of, say, losing 10 kilos, but you don't have a timeline, then you can't focus for that amount of time. So this is why I like to say your health and fitness journey is going to be in seasons. So for this season, you're going to be losing weight. So you can dedicate your time. No, it's going to be between 10 and 20 weeks. This is the amount of time you're going to dedicate to losing the weight. So then when you have an end goal and it has a timeline, then you are much more likely to complete that goal. Wherever if it's willy-nilly, I just want to lose 10 kilos, you've got no timeline, this could take you forever.
Yeah. And yeah, the chances are it never happens. And that doesn't mean that you need to have to think of a timeline that's really short. You just need a timeline. Even if you were like, okay, by this time next year, I want to lose 10 kilos. As long as then you've implemented behaviors in place and still calculated how much that would be to lose daily.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how minute it is, as long as you are focusing on that and you do have a timeline.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing.
And depending how much weight you have to lose and how much muscle you have, there's a few different variables, will depend how quickly you want to lose it. But the 0.5 to 1% per week is a good generalization for most people, because that way you will retain your muscle mass. If you are very lean, then you want to do it a bit slower, because lean mass will leave you quite quickly if you're in quite a deficit. Make sense?
Definitely.
Okay, cool. And then if you are, we'll get into calculations another time.
Yeah.
So within just finishing up writing a book, and within this book, I will have all the different calculations you'll need to set yourself a goal. And in these sort of times, if this does all sound overwhelming, then I would suggest hiring somebody to work out everything for you. And then this can set you on your way.
Yeah.
Because it can be quite overwhelming. But we're going to break it down as best we can for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got our outcome goal, for example, was the 10 kilos. We've got our timeline of 10 to 20 weeks. And then we need to just commit to the behaviors.
And this is the most important part, because it's the behaviors that make or break the goal. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. So, and it's always good to start. So most people want to, when they have a fat, so for example, we're saying on fat loss, if you're having people are on a fat loss journey, a lot of people will throw everything at the fat loss journey to start with. And then things will plateau and you have nothing else to put down. Okay, so for example, if you have a handful of aces, you wouldn't play all the aces in one go if you're playing cards. I'm not very good at cards, but I can't imagine that's a very good way to do it. The same goes with your fat loss. So if you were to put everything down first, if you said, I'm going to put myself in a calorie deficit, I'm going to train more sessions, I'm going to do more cardio, then once you plateau, which you will plateau, then you don't have any more tools to throw at it. Okay, so only put one ace down at a time. So for example, when you are starting your fat loss journey, start yourself in a calorie deficit. Once you stop losing weight from just that, then you can add something else. So if it's going to be some cardio, then you can add cardio, but don't put all your aces down at one.
Yeah.
Makes
And
sense.
it also is another way that people very quickly lose motivation, because you have a very short amount of time, you might be making quite a bit of progress.
Yeah.
And then because you've thrown all your races down at once, and then you slow down, and everything stops working the way it was. And instead of, obviously, you don't have then a toolbox full of things you can start adding in and stacking behaviors. You don't have that because you've gone all or nothing.
Yeah.
And then that's why everyone goes, okay, well, now I'll just go nothing.
Yeah. That's it.
And
it's the same thing. So with the behaviors, so only add a few behaviors in at a time. Okay. So again, then you still have more behaviors to add into it. So if you're going to add the behavior of eating fruit or veg at every single meal, or having the behavior of hitting your 3 gym sessions a week, or drinking your quota of water, whatever it is, start with a few basic habits, and then, like Franny said, start stacking habits on top of each other
and track them. So because that way you can keep your motivation high, and you can then add on more things and celebrate it each time. So say your goal was to get 3 gym sessions in a week, and every time you go, if you've got it written down somewhere, you've got it on your phone, physically tick it, or get stickers and put a smiley face, or I don't know, treat yourself to a top, or go buy your favorite body cream. I don't know, something that makes you rewards you for doing it, and you go, wicked, I've done my 3 workouts this week, cool. And so you keep up that routine for so long, and then you add in a new behavior that's going to take you to that next little level. And then you do the same again, and you make it fun, and you reward yourself.
And then, so like Frank says, if you are measuring things as well, then you need to be measuring things as well. So then if you measure things, then you can manage things. So is it going to be, are you going to be weighing yourself? Are you going to be weighing yourself 3 times a week, and you're going to take the average on the weekend so you see how you've been doing? Are you going to do progress pictures? So then take them every 2 or 3 weeks, see how you're doing. Is it going to be how you fit in your clothes? Is it going to be tape measurements? Whatever it is, make sure you are measuring something, so then you can manage it. So then you can see your progress. And then again, this is just going to add to the motivation, or it's going to act as a test, and you're going to see where you may be falling down. So if you're not losing weight at for example, the 0.5 to 1% of body weight per week, then you can ask yourself, after it's stopped for a couple of weeks, then you need to reassess and see, what is it I could be doing to get this weight moving again? Do you need to play another ace, or are you just not committing to the behavior goals like you said you were? And
more often than not, that's what happens, is you go, oh, I'm stuck, and other less desirable behaviors have creeped in somehow, because perhaps you aren't logging and being aware and managing your habits as well as you think you are. You're doing it a little bit willy-nilly, like, oh yeah, I've done it today, that's great, but I've not marked it down, or I've not managed it. So therefore it gets to the end of the week or the week after, and you go, oh, I'm not on track anymore. Why is that? Oh, probably because you haven't managed it.
That's it. And it's the same. So if you have your own business, or you work for a business, everything in a business is measured, because it has to be, because otherwise the business isn't going to grow. This is exactly the same with your health and fitness. You need to measure things so that you can grow. Okay, so are you doing 3 sessions a week and you're gaining a few kilos on your lifts? Then that's brilliant. You're measuring it and you can see what's going on. And then when you plateau, then you can go over all of your logbook and be like, oh, well, this, maybe if I change this, then I can change this, and maybe this will be a different result. But if you don't have anything to look at, then you're shooting in the dark. You don't know what's going on.
You have to have some accountability for yourself. You have to stand up and have that accountability and discipline. You can't just wish for the goal and hope that it happens by doing a few things here and there. It doesn't work like that. You have to be a bit accountable to yourself, or to a coach, or to a friend or a family member, whatever it is. Use people to help hold yourself accountable.
And don't make your goal so big, or don't make your goal fit your lifestyle. Your lifestyle should fit your goal. Okay, so then you don't have to change too much of your lifestyle to hit your goal. But if it's such a dramatic change to your lifestyle, then the adherence isn't going to be there, and you're not going to keep with it. Okay, so make sure that your goal fits your lifestyle and it can fit in. Okay, so this is a big thing, because adherence is going to be the biggest thing to reaching your goal, and consistency. Okay, so make sure you're consistently showing up and you're consistently ticking off the behaviors that are going to get you to your outcome.
For sure.
Okay. And then there's another good thing to do is sit down and literally write down what you think could be a hurdle that will prevent you from reaching your goal. So this is a great task to do. Just literally write down every single thing that you think could be a hurdle, and then try and preemptively figure out what you could do to prevent that from happening.
Yeah.
Or if it does happen, how are you going to pivot? Because fat loss is never linear. If your goal is fat loss is never just going to be, oh, down, 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 down. Oh, I've hit my goal. This is brilliant. It's always going to go down, and you got a plateau. You might go up a little bit. Like, for example, over Christmas, can't imagine too many people are losing weight over Christmas. If that's their goal, they will probably gain weight. They may plateau, whatever it is. But fat loss is never going to be linear. So if you can come up with more ways to mitigate any hurdles that come in, then you're going to, again, set yourself up for success.
And neither, when you say fat loss, goals are never linear. Neither are strength goals. Neither are athletic goals.
No goals are linear.
Goals.
Yeah, no goals are.
Even if it's business goals, if you talk to the people who have succeeded in business and you hear about how they've got from A to B.
Yeah.
What a hell of a journey that is.
Oh yeah, you got to fall on your face. You've got to fail. And this is the biggest thing. So once you do fail, just pick your ass back up and keep going, because you will fail and your fat loss will stop. So then you have to try and figure something else out. Don't just give up, because then you become another statistic, and that's not what we want for you.
No.
So you're going to have to just get back up and then just tackle it again.
And remember, there's days when you are going to feel like you're worse than last week. Not every week's going to be, I've got stronger, or I've managed to do the same amount of reps or more reps. No, you can't ever keep progressing. You've got to be satisfied with some workouts. Like I said before, I think I said it on a post, most of my workouts are mediocre.
Yeah.
But it's the consistency over time that keep the progress. It's the behaviors. It's the showing up to the gym. It's eating, foods that are conducive to my goals, my health, the lifestyle that I want to lead. It's all of those things. They're behaviors I've been stacking for a long, long time. I haven't just appeared one day, to be able to go to the gym. Same as you, we've done it for a long time, and we've pivoted, and we've decided on different ways to find, the goals that we want. And you have to just keep adjusting.
Just keep pivoting. That is going to be one of the biggest things. Is just your ability to pivot is going to be one of the biggest things that will make you succeed. Your
ability to pivot and your understanding of your real why.
Yeah, they're huge.
Super important.
So if you can get granular on that, and if you really just know why you're doing it and being able to pivot, then you can conquer anything.
And what things are you willing to sacrifice?
That's another big thing. So especially if you have a quite big weight loss goal, then you're not going to be able to go out for every single meal with your friends. That just might be one of the things, but you've got to know what you're willing to sacrifice. If you're not willing to sacrifice that, then you can't have that goal. And you just got to be real with yourself. Necessarily. If it's not going to fit your lifestyle, then be real with yourself. Be like, okay, 10 kilos might be a big stretch. Let's try for 5 kilos. And then you can go for it again. But just be realistic and know that you will have to sacrifice, and it is going to be different to what you're currently doing now, because what you're currently doing now has got you where you're currently at. And if you don't want to be like that anymore, then something has to change. And if it doesn't change, then you're going to stay the same.
And that change is often a sacrifice, because it's going out of your comfort zone.
It will push you out of your comfort zone, but
it will.
Everything is better outside of your comfort zone.
And
then once you reach that goal, you're going to be so proud of yourself, and you'll be so happy, and then you'll be so much more confident once you go on to the next goal, whether it's weight loss, whatever it is. But just keep going for the behaviors. The behaviors will be the most important thing. So commit to the behavior, don't commit to the goal. That's it.
I think that's a powerful one to end on.
Powerful. Well done, team. That's us in 2023, the Powerful Eagles.
We hope.
So just breaking it down. So find your why. Why is going to be very important. The outcome. So get a realistic outcome. Don't make it too crazy. And then work out the timeline that you are going to be, if we are dieting, the timeline you're going to be dieting, because nobody wants to be on a diet forever, and it's not good for your physiology anyway. Okay, so remember, we work in seasons. This season, we're losing weight. Lose the weight, we'll set another goal. So then behavior-based goals, make sure you're hitting your behaviors. Anything else?
And make sure that it fits within your current lifestyle.
It's conducive to your lifestyle.
Yeah, it has to be that. It cannot be. You can't look at a pro bodybuilder and go, I want a body like that. My lifestyle is 1,000 times different. I've got 5 kids. I have a full-time job.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that couldn't mean that you can't get there, but if you're looking at your day going, well,
where am I going to fit it in?
Where am I going to fit it in?
Yeah.
Remember, you're looking at a pro bodybuilder that spends
and that's their job.
hours and hours in the gym, and it is their job. So look at your lifestyle, make sure it fits in. Yeah. Find your why. Yeah. Be realistic.
Measure your goals. So measure your weight, measure circumference, progress pictures. There's a lot you can measure. And if this is just too overwhelming, then hire somebody to help you.
Yeah.
Because they'll take the guesswork out of everything. They'll work all the calculations for you, and they can really help you.
Yeah.
So depending where you're at, but yeah.
And lastly, we will pop in the description box again. Just mention it again. We will pop in the description box below your free downloadable PDF.
Because that will help you out. And if you have any questions, please feel free to message us.
Yes, and we'd love to hear from you if you are struggling with anything or you have any questions at all. We always want to hear from everyone.
There we go. Have a great 2023, people.
Thanks for listening.
Cheers.